English training. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay,
go.
okay,
Let's
okay.
go. This is okay. Let me put everyone in silence. We are recording. As you know, we have our YouTube channel, but okay, Pasquale, please, the room is yours. Open, Pasquale, sorry, I put you in mute.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
sorry,
Thank
my
you.
mistake.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity, for the opportunity to speak at this training, and for the opportunity to help you. And we
Thank
go,
you.
let's,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see what important information we have for this week. And I share my screen.
Great. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Uh, See you my screen,
Yes,
Andrea?
perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Okay. The first important information is every week you find the training, this training, and Italian training, Spanish training in the YouTube channel. Our channel is very, very important for your training, for your growth.
Great.
Follow can you can follow Corsair Masterclass, very important topics from our CEO in the official YouTube channel Corsair. Very, very important to see you this topic in with masterclass. Very important information is the price of our plastic recycling services until Friday, March 27 at 0.23 dollar for kilogram. In this week, in extra discount with a promotion of less 25%, and this means that this week you can purchase our plastic recycling service and receive your environmental certification CSR 26 at 0.01725 cent of dollar. Okay.
Great.
Another information very, very important. We have the next week, Monday, 30 March, at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. o'clock, our global call, important global call with our CEO, UC Saloranta, and our Kiev Information Officer, Wayne Dobson, and important global call because the company announced a new upgrade. We hope new news for everyone.
Yes. Okay. And just okay, exactly. No, okay, but even this, for because we forget, in this week, normal. This is on Monday. Normally we have our training on Tuesday. Okay. Of course, we will not do the training because we have a global call on Monday. Okay. So for the Tuesday for next week, the 31 of March, we will not have this training because I would like to have all of you connect in the global call. Okay? Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And in conclusion, very important, 7 April, Tuesday, there will not be English training. Is correct, Andre?
Yes, because again, the 31 we will not do the training because we have the global Zoom, so don't make any sense to make two meetings in 2 days. Okay, this don't make any sense. And
Okay.
and the one week after we will be in the Eastern holiday for Monday. So normally we do the Italian training on Monday. So we will not do the training on Monday. We have to move the Italian training on Tuesday. So because of that, I have to ask you sorry, but I will be not able to be here again the 7th of April in the English. So please put in your agenda. We will see in this English training the Tuesday 14, 1 4. 14 at 9:15 CT, same times, same link. So for the next 2 weeks, we will not have this English weekly training every week.
2 weeks. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay. For
Pasquale,
sure.
thank you very much for your approach, and I'm very happy you found the courage to go to launch
Thank you.
yourself. You know,
Thank you, Andrea. In the future, I'll try to make one motivational speech.
absolutely. You are welcome whenever you want. This is a good example, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, I love when people take action. And there is this very famous sentence from Chinese. They say, a long journey, a 1,000 miles, okay, journey begin with the first step. And we have always have the first step. So this was your first step, Pasquale, and very good. I'm happy to have you here, and thank you for your support. And let's go. Okay, so let's go to the topic of this week. But before I go in the topic, which trust me will be great. The topic, this topic was prepared from Riccardo today, a 6 star in the Corsair Connect. We did this training last week, yesterday in the Italian training. Today I simply translate in Spanish and in English. Last week we did like an emotional training. Last week I tried to let the people understand how to transform dreams in reality, and that is the only way. Today we'll go to a technical topic. We will speak about the market of the plastic credit. What is happening all around in the global scale regarding the plastic credit market. And tonight I will give you some very 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 fun information. But before I start, just let me tell you something. In the first page, no, in the before this meeting start, when there is the music, okay? If you check the page, I always write, the lucky doesn't exist. And that is my point of view. That is my idea. The lucky doesn't exist in the life. I believe not in the lucky. The lucky is when the opportunity meet the preparation. And this is why I always push. Sorry if you see, I have to show you again. You see, I have my legs here because I can't leave my legs down because I did this operation in the hospital on last Thursday. So I need to give the blood the possibility to go down. And again, the lucky doesn't exist. Lucky is when the opportunity meet the preparation. And this is why it's very important, this training. At least this 1 hour every week, because I can guarantee you, every week you will grow 1 millimeter. Every week. 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter. And this is the only way to learn about our business. As I always repeat, you can't take the advantages from this business if you don't know what we are doing. And if you want to know what we are doing, you need to study. Yesterday, when I was preparing, listen to me. When I was preparing this the Italian training, you saw I put the dates, no, the day in the first page. Yesterday was the 23. Today is the 24. No, guys, 3 months. 3 months of the year are already gone. 3 months. And that will be 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year. I know, 100%. The time goes by really, really, really fast. And trust me, will be a moment. Will be only a moment when all about what we are doing every day will explode in our hands. Trust me, it's only a question of time when this business will explode globally. It's only a question of time. And can be tomorrow, can be in 1 month, can be in 3 months, can be in 6 months. Doesn't matter. When will be, will be. And tonight I will let you understand why this market is so huge. Why to have in your hands the CSR plastic credit will be a huge advantage for you. Huge advantage for you. But you need to understand what is behind this market, what happened behind the scene, and I will show you tonight. But before of that, let me show you a funny video. Huh? Tonight I want to start with this video, with this funny video I already showed yesterday in the Italian training, because this video shows perfectly why statistically only the 5% of the people reach the economical success in their life. It's really 10 seconds. Okay. But sorry, you need to show. I need to show you this because it's so funny, this video. So funny. Look, I saw this video on Instagram. Really, just a few seconds. Look, you see, 1% of the people do the stairs. You see, if you say 99, 99, they go in a common, in a simplest way, in a yes, in a much in follow the commodity. But this is the reason why only the 5% of the people reach the success. Because sometimes, if you really want to, if you really want to realize something that you never did in your life, you need to start to do something that you never do in your life. This is important. And normally, what you need to do to reach your success is not so comfortable. And sometimes you need to work in an uncomfortable way. Okay? So let's go to the topic. I have now just half an hour to, I hope my voice will not leave me, but I'm sure not. Let me share this slide. Okay? Let me share this slide. Let me share these slides. I don't know now where. Okay, look, are here. Okay, information already did the Pasquale in an amazing way. Okay, let's start from this slide. Because we can't forget why we are here. We can't forget how huge is the problem of the plastic waste globally. Because if you forget what we are doing, if you forget which is the problem we try to solve every day, it's really complicated that you understand why this business is so huge. So the problem of the plastic waste is the first problem of the 21st century. In a global scale, this is the second biggest problem in the world. But because of the people can see the problem, the people have the feeling that really this is the biggest problem for this century. Let me give you some information to, again, to try to explain you how really huge is this problem. The equivalent of 100,000 statues of liberty. In New York, this statue, no, the Liberty. Every year, the equivalent of 100,000 statues of the Liberty of this waste is dumped into the seas and rivers. And without drastic interventions, the figure could triple by 2050. So the problem we have today will be triple in the next 20 years, 25 years. The equivalent of 2,000 trucks, they were being poured into the seas and ocean every day. Can you imagine? 2,000 trucks every day of plastic waste, of waste materials go into the ocean and into the river every day, every single. This is how huge is this problem. And just to let me tell you, let me make you just one example. Okay, one example. One of the biggest company in the world, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola produce 100 billions bottles per year. One is really, if you try to write it down on the paper, is really complicated. 100 billions bottle per year. That's approximately 200,000 bottle per minute being launched into the global market. Only one company, eh? Only one company. 200,000 bottles every minute only from Coca-Cola. Okay, sorry. And look, you see, this is Coca-Cola. Can you see? These are the biggest polluters in the world of plastic. Okay? These are the biggest polluters: Coca-Cola, Kraft, Danone, Mondelez, Nestle, Unilever, Colgate, Procter and Gamble, PepsiCo. Look, 200,000 bottles per minute only from Coca-Cola. This is the situation. And again, this is um, the annual production of plastic per year. We start in the 16th, when the human being invented the plastic. In 2014, we produced something like 300 million tons per year of plastic. Now we are run about to 500 million tons per year. And the projections say we will go near to triple this number. 1,005, and this is an old data. Now we're near to 1,500 million tons per year of new plastic produced within 2050. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you need to always remember what we are doing, because this is the base of the meeting of tonight. So, what happened in the beginning? In the beginning, we tried to make a reduction in the production of plastic, but only the reduction of production of plastic is not enough to try to do something regarding the plastic pollution. Only the reduction is not enough. So the solution to try to fight against the plastic pollution is reduction. But we already saw the projections speak about the 3 times more the plastic we will produce now in 2050, and compensation. Okay, reduction and compensation can do something to start to reduce the plastic pollution. Reduction and compensation. Now, to 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 let you understand regarding what we are doing, regarding what Corsair is doing, what we are doing with Corsair Connect and with the CSR plastic credit, we need to speak about the model of the carbon credit. This is very important, you understand, because the carbon credit market has almost 30 years of history. So, this is the question for you. If the model of the carbon credit has already been adopted with success for the CO2 pollution emissions, why not apply it to the fight against the plastic pollution? So why, if we already have a very good example, a very good system which worked for the CO2 emission reduction, why we can simply apply the same system from the plastic for the plastic pollution? Let me tell you what is the definition, which is officially from the WWF, the definition of what is the carbon credit. A carbon credit is a certificate that verify the reduction or elimination of 1 ton of CO2 equivalent from the atmosphere. So when you listen about the carbon credit is 1 tons of CO2 pollution. It is an economic instrument used to offset greenhouse gas emissions by supporting projects that contribute to reducing or eliminating CO2. And I can tell you the majority of the project in the world that support this market of the carbon credit, they simply plant new trees. That's it. The majority of company, they sell carbon credit, they plant, no, they put new trees. Let me tell you what is the. Okay, sorry. First of all, this. Look, all the information I share with you tonight, you can find it on Google or in the web everywhere. But again, this training is recorded, so you can go and check all this information. $1 trillion market. Okay, in the 2023, the estimation of this market was $1 trillion. Now the estimation within 2030 speak about $2 trillion. This is the market of the carbon credit, which is the mama. The mama of this business is the carbon, and then the little son is the plastic credit, what we are doing. So let me tell you the definition. Before we show the definition of the carbon credit, now let's see the definition of the plastic credit. It is a transferable unit that represents a specific amount of plastic removed from the environment and, where possible, recycled. So this means that you don't need to recycle plastic to create a plastic credit. All our competitors, almost all our competitors, they simply collect plastic from the beaches, from the ocean. They collect plastic and they sell plastic credits. Today, the CSR is the only plastic credit in the world which is based on a real recycle of plastic. And sorry, everything is certified from the control union, our external auditing. So what is the plastic credit? Listen, it is an economic tool used to counteract plastic pollution by supporting projects that reduce or eliminate plastic waste, like Corsair does. Very simple. So it is an economic tools used to counteract plastic pollution by supporting projects like we can support Corsair. We are inside the people doesn't understand. This is something really big. But you need to understand, if you want to be really a pioneer in this business, we are in a market transition. In the plastic credit market, we are in this moment, we are perfectly in the middle of a market, in a global market transition from voluntary market to mandatory market. This is what is happening. And tonight I will show you something. When we speak about the voluntary application, what this means? Now, the company that globally they are buying plastic credit. Okay, listen, the carbon credit start to grow in a multi-billion market dollar when the legislation told now is mandatory. Now the plastic credit is only on a voluntary base, almost everywhere, but not everywhere. In some countries, is already mandatory by the law. So now why the company, for example, I can tell you in Italy or in Europe, why the company buy our plastic waste removal service? Because they have a request from their consumers. Because now a lot of consumers, a lot of clients, they really pay attention to the environment. And the client are more happy to buy plastic products from company which they are already doing something from the environment, and for the willing to to start to go inside to the green market for the market publicity. Because when a company buy plastic credit, is a very good tools for the company to say, okay, my company this year pay Corsair to remove 1,000 kilo, 1 billion kilo. So now the majority of the company buy the plastic credit product for to respect the request from the consumers and to have more publicity. Of course, even because they have tax benefits. I can tell you almost everywhere the company can put the cost of our package, the cost of our service in the company costs. And even because a lot of companies they are preparing themselves for the arrival of the regulation. Because now all the company all around the world they start to listen more and more and more and more and more and more. Pay attention because sooner or later will be mandatory by the law to pay for your plastic waste pollution. So, what happened? Let's speak about what will happen when this request will be mandatory by the law. While plastic credit were initially conceived as a voluntary corporate responsibility tool, the market is rapidly evolving towards a compliance-based model, mirroring the evolution of carbon offsetting in the early 2000s. Perfectly what happened in the carbon credit market. Look, when I tell you mandatory request, these are the number. You can go in the web and you can please start to check regarding this regulation because these regulations are already in place globally. Extended producer responsibility is there. Packaging and packaging waste regulation. This regulation, for example, will start now from this summer in Italy, mandatory by the law for all the company they use packaging in their product in Italy from this summer. PPWR, Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, already exists. Single-use plastic directive already exists. Plastic waste management rules and EPR obligation in UA in the extra UA countries. Look, you can go and check. All the world is pushing companies to say you must start to buy plastic credit. What is the extended producer responsibility? Just to remind you, this is one of the most important one. The extended producer responsibility (EPR) requires manufacturer to take responsibility for the after-sales management of their products, ensuring that they are collected, recycled, or disposed of properly at the end of their life cycle. So this means that now, for example, if I put this product in the environment, who is responsible for this bottle, for this new regulation, global regulation? It's not the company who produced the plastic. No, the company who put the logo, the brand on the product. So all the company that put their logo, their brand on the packages, now they are responsible for this piece of plastic at the end of the use of this plastic. So if I put the rest of Coca-Cola in a plastic bottle, Coca-Cola is responsible. If I write Pepsi, Pepsi is responsible. If I put a Nestle, Nestle is irresponsible. And that's it. Let me tell you something really amazing. This started already in 2025 in Philippines. What I told you now is already mandatory by the law in the Philippines from last year. The regulation requires in Philippines requires company to recover or offset a percentage of their environmental impact from plastic packaging, starting at 20%, this was in 2025, and increasing to 80% by 2028. So this means that all the companies that use packaging, plastic packaging in the Philippines, they start with the 20% in 2025, and within 2028, they must do something to offset, to compensate this plastic. And listen to me, the Philippines government regulation, look, say that plastic credits are considered a viable method for meeting this obligation. So this means that in the Philippines, to respect this 20% to 80%, the company that produce plastic, they can buy plastic credits in the same amount of plastic they use. So the plastic credit is already officially recognized in the Philippines. But not only, Indonesia and Vietnam is perfectly the same. Indonesia National Alliance for Plastic Action, NPAP, aims to reduce plastic waste by 70% by 2025. They didn't respect this. They have to recycle at least to compensate 17% of plastic within 2025. They didn't reach this goal. And again, in Indonesia and in Vietnam, please read it here. Plastic credits are considered an effective tool to achieve this goal. So even Indonesia, like Philippines and in Vietnam, company can buy plastic credits, for example, from Corsair, okay, to compensate the amount of plastic they sell to their client. Obligated by the law. So here now we are in Asia, but let's come near to Europe. Let's speak about the European Union. Harmonization of extended producer responsibility obligation. Now, these are laws in Europe. Harmonized extended producer responsibility obligation across all EU member states, integrating market-based instruments such as plastic credits into compliance with this obligation, while preparing for the ESG reporting requirements of the Corporate Social Responsibility Directive, which will come into force in 2025. So again, even in Europe, they start to recognize the plastic credit like a tools to respect the EPR regulation. Now, even the European Union start to speak about the plastic credit. And let's go to California, to United States. This is really funny. Look, the SB 44 packaging, these are the new regulation, requires manufacturers to fund environmental mitigation with $500 million annually for 10 years, managed through producer responsibility organization. So this means that now in California, all the companies that use plastic, they have to create a funds. They have to pay $500 million per year for the next 10 years. And this money will be managed to compensate this plastic. And one tool again is the plastic credit. Nigeria. I don't know if I show you before. Look, let me go back to these imaging companies. You see, Unilever. Unilever is one of the biggest company in the world. Okay, maybe you know their product. You know, these are some of the. They have more than 200 brand. Unilever. Let me show you what already happened in the Nigeria. What already did Nigeria? Unilever started in 2024. Announced to they reach the plastic neutrality in November 2024 with all the product They sell only in Nigeria. But let me tell you a number. We speak about 13,000 tons. Listen to me. 30,000 tons per year, Unilever recycle only in Nigeria. 13,000 tons are 13 million kilograms, correct? 13 million kilograms. With the law in Corsair, 1 kilogram are 10 CSR. What does mean? For example, Unilever, we need only in Nigeria, only to go on zero, only to compensate their plastic pollution only in Nigeria, Unilever need 130 million CSR every year. And trust me, Nigeria is a little market for Unilever. They work all around the world. Unilever sell product all around the world. There is no one country where you will not find product from Unilever in the world. It's impossible. This is another company. That was Unilever. This is another company about Logistic Plus. This is a company. Sorry, they don't sell. They don't sell plastic product. They work in the logistics. Okay, but even if they work in the logistic, in 2024, they eliminate 7.9 million pounds of plastic waste collected. Okay, they are a logistics company. Okay, $600 million of revenue every year, a big company, but they don't sell plastic product. Logistics, but they eliminate 8 million pounds of plastic waste. Now I don't know perfectly which is the transformation. Maybe Gavin can help me. Gavin, I give you the words. 8 million pounds. How many kilogram? Maybe it's possible. There are 3-4 million kilogram. Now I don't remember perfectly. Okay, but I mean, only this company to go plastic neutral with the CSR, they need to buy millions of CSR every year. And they are a logistic company. Now we are going to the end. Listen to me. The point is this. We have a limited offer, but not we. The world of the plastic credit has a limit offer respect of all the demand of plastic credit, which now is coming every month, every year. Only just to give you an idea, on the Corsair in 5 years, in Corsair we sell something like 10 billion CSR. And the majority of this will be delivered in the next 1-2 years. But they're only from Corsair, there is only 10 billion CSR. Can you understand that how little is this offer? Respect the demand that is coming in the world regarding the world of the plastic credit. The demand is huge. Respect the offer of the plastic credit, not only the Corsair, the all plastic credit all around the world. And look, you see, I showed you before, the Unilever is only, they need only in one country, only in Nigeria, 130 million CSR every year. But that Nigeria is just a little piece of this company, and Unilever is only one of the biggest companies in the world. Which from now on, from 2026, they will start to buy plastic credit. Because the regulation are forcing this company to buy plastic credits to compensate their plastic pollution. And sorry, the oldest law in the market, you know what is the oldest law? The oldest one. Price. what who decide the price of the product? Who? The demand. Very simple. The oldest law in the market is much is the demand of the product of a product and higher will be the price. So can you expect to see what happen in the future to the price of the plastic credit? When the request will start to be huge, how will be the price of all the plastic credit in the world? We can expect, look, we are like today, this slide is amazing. We are like the carbon credit market 10 years ago. You know why it's important this year? Because at that moment the carbon credit became mandatory by the law. Okay, so check the graphic. This is the price of the carbon credit in the history. Very funny graphic. You know, till 2015, when the carbon credit was not mandatory, was not under the regulation, the price was between $1 and $5 for one carbon credit. Then what happened? At this point, the carbon credits start to become mandatory for companies. And look to the price. What happened? Do. Because why? Because at that moment, start to increase the demand from company. Demand. Look, in a certain moment, the price was more than 100 euro for carbon credit. So they start from 1, 2, 3 euro, and the price reached more past 100 euro for one carbon credit. Now we are around about 70 euro. You know, and you know this is why, for example, even now there are people private they buy carbon credit. They buy carbon credit because they will sell the carbon credit in the future when the price will grow up. The same story is happening to the plastic credit, to all the plastic credit. This is the question for you. Now, when we speak about the Corsair Connect and the CSR, Mike, I have two questions for you. Are there any plastic credits that have an industrial plan behind it? There are other plastic credits all around the world, which they are backed up from a real industrial plan. No. I have to tell you, no. There is no one plastic credit in the world which on the back has a real industrial plan like Corsair. We are the only one in the world. And the second question is, are there recycling companies that issue plastic credit? I mean, there are thousands of companies which they work in the recycling of plastic, mechanical or chemical. Are there recycling companies that issue plastic credit? No. Corsair is the only company who recycle plastic, who has created plastic credit. Of course, in the future, more plastic credit will be created 100%, 1000%. But at the moment, we are the only plastic credit. The CSR is the only plastic credit in the world where the plastic is for real recycled, certified from the Control Union. Period. And look, this is what we do. And don't miss the global call on Monday, next Monday at 8 p.m. CET, because you will receive some great announcement from the company. Look, this is what we do. Why our system is a winning system? Because it's an industrial plan in a global scale. Verifiability. So you can verify what we do, And all our system, we have a double check from the ISCC Plus, who certify the industrial point of view, and we have the control union, which certify the plastic credit. So everything is verified. We have created a standard. In 2025, we have created a standard for a global standard for the plastic credits. The market is huge. I showed you before. Simplicity. Our system is so simple. Corsair recycle plastic, they create plastic credit, and we, Corsair Connect, we are the only way for the Corsair to sell plastic credit in the market. And adoption, why adoption is, why this word is very important? Because sooner or later, all the company will adopt the plastic credit. I show you, in some country is already mandatory by the law, buy plastic credit. I am at the end of this training, and I have just one question for you. And the question is, what do you want to do now? No? Because, okay, this is what we do. Corsair Connect is the only way for you to join to this revolution of the Corsair company. And you can simply follow what will happen, or you can anticipate the business. You can start now and be a real pioneer in this business. Start to move, start to speak with the people, start to create your network, because sooner or later the Corsair Connect network will explode globally. Explode. I am 1000% convinced that the Corsair Connect will become the biggest network marketing in the world. Not now, 10 years, the number one. Like Amway and other huge network did in the history, with billions of turnover, billions. Because what we do is amazing. So what you want to do? You want to wait. You want to wait and see what happens, or you want to anticipate. That is the point. And sorry, let me tell you something before I close. In the call that we did with the Corsair Connect community the last Sunday, I don't know if you remember, if you was there, with Mr. Elliot Tiller, the CEO was there, Jean-Luc Bell, me, the four winning of the awards in the Vision 25. The CEO told something, this big announcement. The company told, we did this announcement. We have a new offtake partner. We have a contract, a multi-year contract with one of the biggest companies in the world. And now we will start from this summer to sell oil even to this other company like Shell. No, the reality, the CEO told, this new partner is bigger than Shell. So let me show you something. The CEO told that this new offtake partner, which is coming, is bigger than Shell. And if you go in the biggest company in the world, of course, in the petrochemical, okay, in the oil business, these are the only company on the top of Shell. So Shell, 200 billions per year. Then there is Chevron. Chevron is 300 billions. ExxonMobil, 500 billions. And then there is Saudi Aramco, $2 trillion per year. So we did an agreement with one of these with one of these. Now the company can tell the name. We will have the first delivery of oil in the summer. And then let's see what happens. Maybe we will announce after. But after Shell, now we have one of these three companies like our partner. And look, now I will show you really a funny video, but just this again, 10 seconds. Because I know what will happen in the Corsair Connect network. I perfectly know. Because I started in this industry 32 years ago. Now I am 53. When I started, I was 21. So the network marketing is the only business I did in the last 32 years full time. Okay? And this is perfectly, look, what will happen. This video is amazing because if you sometimes are in my training, sometimes I say to in this training that this is not the moment for the sheeps. This is the moment for the wolf. Okay? Because I have to be honest with you. Not everything is perfect in this business now. And normally the 95% of the people, before they start, they want to see that everything is perfectly in place. I am not like that kind of guy because if not, I didn't start in this business 7 years ago, even before then Corsair was created. Because I am a visionary. I am a pioneer. I understood 7 years ago that this idea, plastic to oil, this is the future. And I was right. But the majority of the people, they don't move. They wait. Check out this video. Very funny. This is what will happen in the future. Now the wolf, and then when everything will be okay, when the first will go, all the other will follow. Trust me. All the other networker will join to our mission. You see, the video, this is in Italian, say, you don't have to convince everyone. Okay? You don't need to convince everyone. And it's funny. It's a funny video. Check it. Look. The mention. See, take one. Take one. The one go. And then what happens? Doesn't need to do nothing more. Look. Automatically, all the other will follow. But this is really sorry. These are 10. Look. 10 seconds. But this is the line. Absolutely. This is perfectly what will happen. Now the wolf, and when someone will start to move, everyone will follow this business. Point. Period. Very, very simple. Very, 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 very simple. So it's funny video. It was really funny video. And this, I believe that the human being is like that. Everyone, the people is when I speak with the Spanish one with Luis, no, I said the people stay like this. The people waiting, people is looking, is what? Let's see what happened with this Corsair. Let's see what happened with this plastic credit. Let's see what. And when everyone will join, like perfectly when the Bitcoin reached $70,000, the biggest investor went out and made the big, and they sell and make money, and all the people went to buy the Bitcoin with $70,000. When the smarter one run away from the Bitcoin and they sell at 70,000 because they know that after the price would go down, should 100%. But this is the story. Corsair. Now I believe we have the opportunity to join now in the right moment, the best moment, the best company, the right moment, the right company, the right market, the right regulation. Everything is in place. Of course, not everything is working 100%. Doesn't matter. I work. And like I repeat, even yesterday, I was on the phone 1 hour with the CEO. Be prepared for Sunday. Will be a very funny meeting. When in the last 5 years, almost 6, when all the time we close our call by 1 hour, Jay, let's keep on doing what we are doing. Finish. And this is my point. I keep on doing what I am doing because I know I win. I will win 1,000%. Finish. And the same, all the people that will keep on doing what we are doing because what we do is good. The mission is great. The money are huge. The market is unbelievable. And will be a very funny future. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need to go because I have my chicken in the kitchen there ready. My wife is cooking. I'm hungry. I need one beer. Okay, let me activate your microphone. Thank you very much to be here every night. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, Andrea.
thank you to you. Please check again this
Thank you.
training. Please share this training with all your people. Because
Yeah, fantastic.
if you understand where the market is going,
You know I do.
very, will be very funny. Very funny.
Uh,
Very, very funny.
biggest revenue or biggest number of people or biggest both in 10 years?
Everything will be the best. Everything will be huge, guys. Go. Let's go. You see, I always do be time 8, 22 and 13. Thank you very much, Pasquale. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your
Thank you
time with
too.
us.
Thank you so
I'm
much,
very
Andrea.
happy. Thank
Love
you.
you
Have a
because
good
very
night.
much,
love you
Elliot.
because
See you in 1 week. I know. See
Thank
you
you,
in 2
Elliot.
weeks.
Good
Appreciate
night.
you.
We see
Bye-bye.
the
Great
14,
about Texas.
14 of March. 14 of March. I love you.
Yes,
Have a
Andre,
good night.
bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Andrea.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Everything.
Bye.